to Memphis, Tennessee for an anime convention? What?
For those of you who do not know, Memphis, Tennessee is a city in Tennessee. For those of you who do not know, Tennessee is not particularly close to whatever mysterious realm we reside in.
Another fun fact. Memphis, Tennessee was voted the #1 most dangerous city in the world this year. Well, in the country, not the world.
That's so loud. All right. Let's give it up for Memphis. So yeah, tell us your tale.
Well, I left just this last Thursday on a nice Delta flight. No stroopwafels on these Delta flights.
No?
No, only on United, I have to assume.
I don't know what flight I got my last stroopwafel on. But what was there a different snack on the Delta flight?
Yeah, they had a lovely selection of almonds, a little like snack cake thing, which is kind of cool actually, Biscoff cookies, and sun chips.
Not very exciting.
No.
But I don't know, it's never exciting.
And have you ever seen a 2-ounce bag of sun chips? Wow, those are small. But
so you fly over, right?
Yeah, I fly on over, I get to the hotel. None of this should have worked, but I made it there because, long story short, I don't have an ID. I don't have an actual hard copy ID. But anyway, I get to the hotel, I give the person my birth certificate along with my paper ID, and they go, "Fuck it, you're here, have the room." And I go, "Thanks, I really needed that." And then I just crash because the convention's the very next day. But the first day I go out on the town of Memphis, for one thing, there's so many homeless people in Memphis, Tennessee.
Damn.
Which is very unfortunate. And also, when you're on the streets, there are people who will call out to you, asking for help. I put that in quotations because they're probably trying to mug you, if I were to guess.
Memphis sounds cool as hell.
Oh yeah. When you combine that also with that being the daytime and walking around during the nighttime being totally different and way more unsafe, it was just awesome. I'm mainly stuck to the convention center and my hotel or restaurants for good reason. There was this one time where I'm convinced, because there was a group of 5 guys, if I didn't have a group with me, I probably would have had a less good time walking to a KFC one night.
Damn.
But that was the bad of Memphis, Tennessee. That's the underground crime world. That was sort of the surface crime world, but
I spent several days in the underground crime world of Memphis, Tennessee.
Question mark?
I almost got murdered by the crime syndicates of Memphis. Sorry, I'm just thinking about how I can improve our SEO.
Yes, of course.
For our, improve our viewership from 0 to 1, maybe.
Oh, that would be cool. I mean, honestly, talking about crime is badass.
If there's any listeners from Memphis, leave a comment and boost our engagement from 0 to 1.
And if you live in specifically Memphis downtown, you're not watching this right now, is what I would think.
All right, so so that was the bad.
But the good, I went to a convention with a friend, an online friend that I've known since 2017. Met them on VR chat. And it was a really good reunion. We hung out all weekend at the convention. It was sweet. But this convention, I've only ever gone to one other convention, Anime Boston, which, big name drop. Traveling to that one takes a little bit of time, but, it's a good convention.
It's a little bit closer than Memphis, definitely.
Yeah, just a little. But, AB in comparison to ABC, which is the Anime Blues Con in Memphis, Anime Boston is so much bigger. The number last year for Anime Blues was about 6,000 people. Anime Boston this last year was around 30 to 35,000, and it really showed.
Yeah, no, That's a huge difference.
Yeah. So when I was there, there were a lot of cosplayers, not nearly as many people cosplaying as many recognizable characters.
Huh.
If you look up a video of Anime Blues, you'll be able to see plenty of, pretty recent characters, because there's ones probably even from this year up already. But honestly, it's just, there's way more niche costumes and just less people in general. It felt like a ghost town whenever there was panels going on because no one was walking the halls. It was just everyone in the panels.
That's interesting. The cosplays, was there still like a high percentage of like Genshins?
Yeah, there was still a good amount of Genshin and some Honkai Star Rail.
Oh fuck, I forgot that came out.
Yeah,
I've heard nothing. I've heard and seen nothing from Honkai Star Rail, but everyone's still talking about Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
Because you could say that Genshin Impact made an impact, whereas Honkai Star Rail honked goodbye because I don't know.
Yeah, Honkai Star Rail really was like Jesse and James from Pokemon, blasting off again out of people's memories.
I thought you meant that Honkai Star Rail was bisexual.
No, but it is as well.
So I don't know. Yeah. So the cosplays, there was less iconic cosplays. So less 2Bs. There wasn't like an entire room full of 2Bs.
There was only like two 2Bs.
That's unheard of.
Yeah. In A-B, there's so many 2Bs, and there was like, oh man, so many. The girl from, what was it, Darling in the Franxx? I forgot what her name is though.
02.
02. Yeah, I get 02, 2B, very similar, but also not at all.
Yeah, no, but people like to cosplay both of them.
Yep. The panels were good though. All the panels were just sort of basic a lot of the time, but there were a couple that really stood out.
Hey man, are you... fuck, I can't remember. Before we left, we looked over the entire list of panels, and there were some funny ones there that oh my god, no, I'm gonna have to ask about that, but I'll let you keep telling your tale, friend. I'll see if it comes up organically.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. So first one I want to call out to is the Vocaloid concert.
Oh yeah, you were going to a Miku concert.
Yeah, I went to an 1.5 hour long Vocaloid concert where it was 16 different songs with a variety of Vocaloidists, Vocaloid characters, and I recognized about 3 of them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We got Hatsune Miku.
Love her, the queen.
Yep, she is the queen. I actually have a video, I think 2 videos of her. But then after that, there was the 2 yellow Vocaloids. I just call them the yellow Vocaloids because I don't know their names.
I'm just... Nah, no, I don't know who that is. Maybe I'd recognize them, but...
Yeah, I think they're either twins or like Marceline and Marshall Lee, like from different dimensions but the same person.
You say yellow Vocaloid, and I just have to mention I'm picturing is like I'm picturing like that one character from Genshin Impact. I've never played Genshin Impact, listeners. I've just consumed a lot of Genshin Impact content in other forms. A lot of unofficial Genshin Impact artwork, one might say. But I'm picturing that one Genshin Impact who's like the like male and like main character, like
oh yeah,
he's like blonde, isn't he? He's sort of yellow themed.
Yeah. The 2 main characters, male and female, are basically the same vibe because they're both blonde.
Yeah. So that was a totally normal thing I said. All right, now you can continue your story.
Yeah, so Vocaloid concert. Lots of young girls screaming every single time something happened. New character would show up, screaming. An effect in the background during the song, screaming. A change in tempo or key, screaming, and it was great. They even had the little glow sticks, and they
Hell
were
yeah.
waving them.
I was really wondering if they would have the glow sticks. I really wanted them to. They
Oh
did?
yeah, no,
Oh.
a ton of people had glow sticks, and they were.
Yeah,
Some people were going hard.
Did they have like synchronized, choreographed?
There was, and I actually have a video of it. There was a group of, I think it was 2 or 4 people who were totally synced up.
Hell yeah.
But aside from that, I didn't see a lot of the left side of the room. I was more so in the middle to right side. So that's basically all I got in terms of like actual sight. And then the video is even more scoped into the right side.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Moving on from the Vocaloid concert, there was a band who traveled from Japan to be at this convention.
There was? I don't... you'll have to remind me. I don't remember off the list of things.
Yeah. This band was named Kazha, and they are a rock band. They did a few covers of popular songs in the US. And overall, they just... Oh man, I don't really like concerts, but I enjoyed their concert. It was a good concert.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the band, but I don't know, rock, like Japanese, and I listen to a lot of Japanese music. Not just from anime, just other like Japanese like rock. It's cool. No, it's cool.
Trust us. But anyway, yeah, they're like a very gothic color scheme, so all black, very classy. The main guitarist was absolutely shredding. It was very nice. The main singer is a girl. She cosplayed the first day with these big black like angel wings, which was pretty cool. And they had a whole vendor. I actually, the very first day, bought their lanyard because it just was cooler than this thing.
For the audience at home, he's holding up a lanyard that's just a blue string.
Whereas the Kazha lanyard was like a black and red with anime angel girl on it, and it was sick. It was badass.
Audience, I'm looking around, but I don't see anything.
Yep, and at the moment it would be too hard to retrieve. It would totally ruin the flow of my dialogue.
I think it'd be interesting to insert videos and images into this podcast. I know I described this one as easy to edit, but this seems like we could actually turn into something good.
Oh yeah, because I have a bit of pictures, and you could even put some clips of video.
Yeah. But continue.
Right. So those were the 2 concerts. There weren't any other concerts I went to, but there were some pretty big events. Like, as any good convention should have, they had a cosplay contest. Mm-hmm. So just a bunch of people came up on stage, and they were... they did a couple poses here and there. They went off stage, and then they got awards at the end. And that was really cool and all, but there was one particular person who stood out. I don't know who they are from Yakuza, but they have an eye patch.
Oh, the guy with the eye patch from Yakuza.
Yeah, so this guy, in that cosplay, gets up on stage, does a backflip, and
shit.
starts breakdancing.
God damn.
And, like, actually really good breakdancing. Like,
he was in Yakuza 0 that I played some of and then wanted to play more of, but then didn't play more of. And in that, one of his fighting styles is breakdancing.
Oh.
He like break dances and uses it to beat up people, and it's awesome. It's badass.
That's really impressive, the commitment to that character then.
Yes.
But yeah, every time he was on stage, and he of course got a reward, because he was... Oh yeah, he got the most stage presence award.
For doing a backflip and then breakdancing? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I know, every time he came back onto stage, he was either doing something funky, throwing something. He was a great character. It was lovely.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yep. I also want to mention one of the judges was Gyro Zeppeli from Part 7 of JoJo. Just want to pull that out.
Shout out JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo, hell yeah. Anyhow, there was another panel in the exact same room Although this one was, in my opinion, way more funny, less entertaining. Well, very entertaining also, but it was a lip sync contest.
Ah, the lip sync contest.
Yeah, and there was a chica dance, and really well done chica dance. But then there was also like some sort of Korean solo boy band-esque song, which this person had 3 girls with him lip syncing in a very particular way. Very like it was, boy bands. You know the way boy bands do things. It was sort of like that.
Okay.
And it was cool. It was cool, and it was well done. And it was supposed to be a representation of the Hashira from the entertainment district with his 3 wives.
Huh. Okay.
Over a nice like Korean party love song.
I mean, you're looking to me like I don't have anything to add.
Yeah, no, I just let that one sit for a second because after that performance, my breath was taken. But no, after that there was this cool, it's a TikTok trend where it's this animation. I forgot what the name of the song is, but it starts off with, it's either Frieza or Cooler doing like a cool dance where he's shooting people as he dances. He's like doing little points left and right. And then there's another anime character that shows up and they're jumping. It's like cutting to these different scenes and just has this whole nice synced up music behind it. And someone performed that live and they were dressed up as Thor. And at one point they just started doing the worm very powerfully.
That sounds exciting.
Oh yeah, no, this guy was very interpretive. Like he did the very first part of the dance, every single part of it. And then he started free, basically doing freestyle. He did very well.
I'd love to see somebody do a powerful The Worm.
Oh man,
love when you see a The Worm pulled off well. Nothing like it.
Oh yeah, he was really lifting himself off the ground, and he kept the form of a worm quite well. That's what I could say about that. I think at this point I might want to move away from the panels and talk about the vendor room. There's always a vendor room.
Yeah.
I'll first start off with the comparison. The vendor room in this case was very small by comparison to Anime Boston.
Okay.
However, they did still have a lot of good things. Mostly plushies and anime-related swords, hats, shirts, that kind of stuff. There was a Instagram cosplayer there who would give you pinups if you want them. I think they would also sign stuff. I never talked to her, but she was there for quite a while. It seemed like she was a little lonely because on the 3rd day, she just looked tired, and I hadn't seen a single person walk up to her booth and do anything.
Oh, no.
So I hope in between what I saw, she had some business. But
I've heard it's really exhausting being at a thing, selling stuff at a convention. But God, can you imagine how awful it would be to go there and just be there like the whole time and just not like you're just doing nothing. Nobody's buying shit. That must suck.
And what's even worse is people will look at you and pass by.
Yeah.
Over and over.
God, that'd be the most like awful and depressing experience, I think.
Yeah. And the thing is, she's a really good cosplayer. It's just, I don't think people were really interested in this person that they either have never seen before or just didn't really care all that much about. And legitimately all she was selling was basically autographs and these pictures of herself. So, I don't know. But aside from that, the band Kazha also had a vendor stand. I ended up talking to them on the very last day right before the convention ended. and they're cool. I was chatting them up about just basically where they're going to be next. I wanted to know if they would ever come up to Anime Boston, but they are very busy people, so definitely not. I'd probably have to send in a recommendation to even get them in the door a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were cool, very friendly overall. Didn't get anything besides the lanyard though, unfortunate. Maybe I'll see them in Japan one day. Hard to say.
No, I think they'll. I don't know. It would be interesting. It would be funny to see them in the US and then go over to Japan and then see them again. Be like,
yep.
It's them again.
Just show up. Yo, it's me from Anime Blues.
You remember me?
Yeah, for sure.
We chatted for like 10 minutes on the third day of Anime Blues.
Yeah.
I know you probably talked to thousands of people, but I was one of them.
Yeah, trust me. Can't you tell that I'm a person who you've talked to before?
I don't know. Some people would remember that, but they're freaks.
I mean, I'll say this much. They are a smaller band, but even still, they do get a lot of traffic, it would appear.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, if they're booked all the way until 2025, they're going to different places, seeing different things.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Let's see, what else about the vendor room? They had a nice concession stand. I really like the concession stand.
Shout out the concessions in Memphis.
Yeah. No, they just, I want to shout out their parfaits.
There's a reason they call Memphis the parfait city.
Hell yeah. It's not the music of city or crime or whatever else it would be.
The city of parfaits, baby.
Yeah, it's a city of
all
parfaits.
all day.
Oh yeah. No, they really hook you up when you get a parfait at the concession stand. And also the fruit at the top is organized in like a nice way. I thought that was cool. The granola was at the bottom, which is always a bad idea. I will mention that.
You definitely would have to stir it pretty vigorously, but you'd have like, I don't know if it's like a full parfait, you can't really stir it vigorously at the beginning. You have to like eat like half of it.
Exactly.
And then stir it up, and then it's like you're really missing that crunch at the beginning. Then.
Mm-hmm. And with a flimsy little spoon, little plastic spoon, you're not getting very far.
No, as a certified parfait enjoyer myself, I definitely empathize with your fucking strife, dude. God damn.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't imagine.
Trust me when I say that really held me over during the event. Because I didn't want to leave the building into dangerous Memphis in order to satiate my hunger. My hunger for anime was way more important, so I paid for overpriced food.
Nah.
Whatever. Aside from those things, because we're probably moving away from the vendor now. Vendor panel. It was one floor inside of the convention center I went to, which was the Renaissance Convention Center. There was a video game room that had like your classic Tekken, Street Fighter, a little bit of Mortal Kombat going on. You had your Smash. There was a TV with GoldenEye, 007 GoldenEye.
The original one?
The original one.
Mm.
Yeah. They had Dance Dance Revolution. They had the Japanese version of Dance Dance Revolution, one of them.
Dance.
Yeah.
Revolution.
I had no idea. They had the one with the drums.
Oh, the drum one.
Yeah, you have that little drum character. You have to hit the side for the blue notes and the middle for the red notes. I didn't play it, but I watched other people play it. It was great. Then a bunch of arcade machines from Japanese sources.
Yeah, no, I was thinking you could just get a bunch of Japanese arcade machines they don't have in the U.S. and people would go hog wild.
Oh yeah, there were some cool ones. Although I looked at all the gameplay of a lot of them and I said to myself, these are very like some games in America, but these somehow feel worse sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, they were good. They were fun. I love a rhythm game, and there were plenty of those.
Yeah.
They also had a vendor with like you could get a grab bag for a mystery console. You didn't know what was in it, but it was basically anything from the era of the Sega Genesis, and then probably like anything past that, or anything behind that, I should say. Like they didn't have the Xbox, the original Xbox in there, and just a lot of cartridge games. And I saw, the plushies where it's just a guy laying down and it's just their face right there.
Sure.
Yeah, there were a couple of those for REM.
Whoa, Bem? No.
No, that's a different thing.
It might, REM, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who are not in this room right now, there's a couple pieces of REM merchandise. I won't describe their nature, but they are present.
And I just want you to all know that Rem's a great character. Watch ReZero. Anyhow.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving forward with this. So, man, in terms of the convention, that sort of summarizes things. I could go into like the Demon Slayer panel, which was fun. Voice actor panels are always very fun. I'll go into this. I met Bryce Papenbrook in the vendor room after the panel. I actually got his autograph. Was just chatting him up for a little while. He's the voice of Inosuke in the Demon Slayer dub, as well as the voice of Kirito in Sword Art Online, and Meliodas in the Seven Deadly Sins.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. He's also Eren Yeager in Attack on Titan.
These are almost all shows I watched subbed. I'm so sorry, that guy.
I watched the first 3 seasons of at least Attack on Titan in dub, so I was able to recognize him there, and I watched all of SAO dubbed.
Of course. I think SAO is one of those shows that you would watch dubbed.
Yeah. Except for Alicization, because I watched it when it came out.
I just want to say, like, he voiced Inosuke. I'm sure he did well, but Inosuke's Japanese voice acting is so iconic to me that that's one of the reasons I couldn't watch the sub or the dub.
Yeah.
I had to watch the sub just because I don't know.
In my opinion, I think the Demon Slayer sub is far superior than the dub.
Mm-hmm. I generally prefer anime in the sub than the dub.
Mm-hmm. There's only very few exceptions to that, but yeah, I think that's about it for the convention. It was a very good time overall. Even though it was small, it was still very, very fun, and there was lots of stuff to do the whole time. I wish I got more pictures. There weren't as many photo ops. So maybe my album this year for anime cosplays is a little smaller than it would be, but it'll be way bigger next year.
Yo, shout out next year. But no, the most important question, friend, did you go to the Neo Tokyo strip show?
Oh man, I didn't actually go to the Neo Tokyo strip show.
No, this is the worst thing you could tell me.
So this is the weirdest part of my journey. So I got through TSA with my paper ID.
Yeah.
I got through the hotel with my paper ID. The Neo Tokyo strip show, I just sort of fell asleep.
Oh. You bastard. You son of a bitch. You have no excuse.
Yeah, I probably could have been there. But my 2 friends who I went with, who were there, they went there. And they were able to tell me that Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid was there. And he came inside of a cardboard box and then stripped everything aside from underwear. They kept on underwear. Girls had pasties, I heard. Sounds like it was a good time.
For the audience, I made an indescribable facial expression.
I can second this in that I saw this facial expression.
So yeah, you didn't go? That's a shame. But you did see the second sexiest thing in Memphis, the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid.
That is true. And I have many pictures of me leading up to the Bass Pro Shop. I have a picture of me from a distance, and I have a picture of me right under it.
I did ask for a selfie of you in front of the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid, so
Yeah.
I'll be excited to see that, I guess.
Yeah, there's a few of them actually. And the place is very large. And also there's several restaurants inside of it and a hotel.
It is the biggest pyramid,
Yeah, it's the biggest pyramid.
I think. I'm pretty sure it's like the biggest pyramid in the world, despite being like maybe the fourth most famous pyramid.
I mean, in terms of like rankings, I think it's the 10th biggest
Is
at the
it?
moment.
No, this is a tragedy.
I know. But it is the biggest pyramid in Memphis.
Alexa, what's the biggest pyramid in the world?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. The largest pyramid in the world in terms of volume is the Pyramid of Cheops, located on the Giza Plateau in Egypt.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the most tragic moment of my life, even more tragic than when he said he didn't go to the Neo Tokyo Strip Show, because now I'm being told that the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid isn't the biggest pyramid in the world.
but it is so large and menacing. Even still.
I'm gonna have to do more research. I don't trust Alexa, and I don't trust you.
Very well, very well. But yeah, inside of this place, there was a whole aquarium. There were tons of fake trees. The lighting was, it was dim. It was nice. There were several, like, shacks inside of this pyramid that were just different types of shops. Like, right in the center, there was a big shack just for, I think it was sweets, something like that. Something that really caught my eye in there, though, because, I mean, it was a Bass Pro Shop, has what most Bass Pro Shops have. They had freeze-dried biscuits and gravy, among other freeze-dried foods. And I just thought that was a very interesting food to have freeze-dried. I don't know how that would be. But aside from that, there was no exclusive pyramid merch, which was very saddening. All they had exclusive for exclusives was like the Memphis Pro Shop t-shirts and a Memphis Pro Shop hat. And I just thought, I'd rather represent the pyramid than Memphis, but maybe I don't have my priorities straight. Maybe that's what's going on. But yeah, I spent 2 hours walking through this Bass Pro Shop. It's a very big place. You can get lost in there. And there's an elevator that goes all the way up to the little tippy top, little observation deck, if you want to get a view of the city and see all the homeless people. But for the most part, I just looked around the main shops and then I left, and it was great. It was like a 15-minute walk from my hotel. Everything was in walking distance, which was nice. Didn't really have to, get any Ubers or a bus or a subway. Nothing like that. It's my good old two little feetsies.
Damn, yeah, no, the Bass Pro Shop pyramid's not as big as I thought it was. It's pretty small. Well, it's a good sized pyramid, but
Yeah.
damn.
I wish it was the biggest pyramid.
Shout out other pyramids for being bigger. So yeah, no.
Yeah. The very last thing I will say about Memphis, Tennessee,
Okay.
is I went to a Japanese shop at the very, very last day.
Mm-hmm.
And I got some ramen. I got Sapporo-based ramen.
Yo, with the creamy broth and corn.
I actually didn't get it with the corn and the creamy broth. It was more of a tonkatsu.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not a regional ramen expert.
If I got the Hakodate ramen, then
Yo!
it would have had the corn and it would have had these little chicken meatballs.
Hakodate is the second largest city in Sapporo, I think.
Really? I will take that as...
It's in southern Hokkaido.
Yep.
Used to be the largest city. I know that.
And apparently they have corn in their ramen.
I believe it.
But I also had some delicious sake while I was there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was some good sake. Me and my friend got a little panel of sake, and a couple of them were just like a nice clear. One of them was very dry, but just nice cold sake. And the last one, also served cold, was an unfiltered sake. So very cloudy with little grains at the bottom, but very, very tasty.
Which one was your favorite? Do you know what specifically any of them were? Or
I remember the first one was called the Drunken Whale.
that is memorable.
Yeah. And I think that one was my favorite aside from the cloudy one, but I don't remember the name of the cloudy one, so.
I've had a nice unfiltered sake before. They're pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty tasty. Along with the ramen as well. Like, that was probably the best ramen I've had. I wasn't expecting to have the best ramen in Memphis, but here we are.
That's why they call Memphis the ramen city.
Yeah, it's the ramen and parfait city. If you're not getting a bowl of noodles and a cup of yogurt with granola and fruit in it, what are you doing?
You're not getting that Memphis experience. And if you're doing that outside of Memphis, if you're eating a parfait or ramen in your life, not in Memphis, you're a failure.
Elvis ate parfaits with bananas and peanut butter in it. That was his favorite food.
Elvis ate ramen with bananas and peanut butter.
That was also his favorite food.
But only in Memphis.
Only in Memphis. Keep that in mind. Graceland beware.
It's why they call it the $1 million ramen, because you have to fly all the way to Memphis in your private plane to eat it. All right. If you don't have anything else to add.
Yeah, at this point, that is all I've got. That was my trip to Memphis. My bag that's full of anime.
Okay, audience, this is an exclusive. This is some extra content for you. We're about to look at the lanyard.
So first of all, this is the lanyard.
It's just as you described.
Yeah, red and black.
Audience, it's red and black with an anime girl with wings, and it says Kazuha on it.
And also, these are the autographs. This is the singer of Kaza.
Ah.
The guitarist of Kaza.
Ah.
And then Bryce Papenbrook.
I didn't even see that at first. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's very hard to see.
It's audience, I might include a picture of this. If you're seeing that, then I did. If you're not, then I probably would include this bit.
I actually already have a picture of this. So
Sugoi, ne?
it's even better.
Audience, please subscribe and leave a comment letting us know what anime conventions we should go to or something. I don't know. Yo, is that a Capsule Corp hat?
I got a Capsule Corp hat.
Yo, that boy buys capsules.
So I want to do a cosplay as just a Capsule Corp worker.
Yeah.
I want to have like standard, like, what would it be? Basically like a big blue sort of jumpsuit. Say like that maybe an electrician would wear. I don't know.
Like an electrician's apprentice.
Yeah, something like that. But just have this on and hold like a wrench.
Incredible.
And be like, yeah, no, I work at
I
Capsule
work
Corp.
at Capsule Corp. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. You could absolutely that would be just a good cosplay. That'd be fine.
I worked on the time machine. What can I say? I was there. I was the janitor at one point.
Yeah. I was the janitor when she was working on the time machine. I swept the floor when it was all covered in time.
Yeah. And then I put it back in the machine. In the time machine.
I'm actually the one who made the time machine because the time was all over the floor.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I put it in there, and then Boomer was like, "Yo, who put all this time in this machine?"
I was a time machine once. They locked me in a machine, a machine full of time, and I once built it.
All right, Alexa, that's frickin' sweet.
All right.